Hi, and welcome back to An Old Man and His Vlog. That's the title I've just given myself for this vlog about 30 seconds ago before I pressed record. So today I want to talk about a DVD. I've got a big DVD collection. I don't want to call it a huge DVD collection. I know other people like Scarecrow Video and Black Cat Video have lots and lots of well maintained, well cataloged DVDs. I don't have that. I'm not that organized. I don't even have a vlog about one single topic. So today, the DVD I would like to show you is Runaway, starring Tom Selleck. Now just take a look at this awesome cover here. There's all these lines in the background. There's the vintage Tom Selleck mustache. There's the glove, like the gun holding glove that he has, which is super cool. And you can tell the gun is like really modern and futuristic. And there's this cool kanji graphic in the back. Now, not only does this movie star Tom Selleck, it also has Gene Simmons as the villain and Kirsty Alley as another supporting character. These are all three people, from the 1980s, maybe back to the 70s and into the 90s, who were pretty relevant. And this movie is based on a Michael Crichton book. Michael Crichton wrote Jurassic Park, and he's responsible for the movie Congo. If you ever saw that one, that's also a can't miss movie experience. You will never forget having watched Congo if you see it. Now, this movie is a science fiction movie about robot technology being introduced into human policing, into human crime, into everyday human life. And it's from one of those great eras where, if they just waited 5 years, probably the whole movie would have been irrelevant. But they put it out when they did. It has all these cool robots, which are kind of like minimalistic robots. They don't do that much. They're not that humanoid. They're just kind of like boxes with a few lights on them that walk around and do stuff. There's an artificial intelligence that talks to Tom Selleck's character when he gets home. He's a detective. There's some kind of a murder mystery, and there's technology involved. There's Gene Simmons involved in it. Gene Simmons from the band KISS is in there. And he's creepy. In real life, he's kind of creepy. And his persona on stage is kind of creepy. He's got that big tongue, and he sings, like really shameless lyrics, and in the movie, he's like some kind of a psycho killer or something. I don't know if I'm giving away. Spoiler alert. Gene Simmons is not the hero in this movie. You could probably just look at the back and see that he's holding somebody and pointing a gun somewhere to understand that. But this movie was on cable TV a lot in the 80s or 90s. And one of the coolest features are these spider robots, which have like a unicorn syringe type thing on their forehead that they inject poison. They inject poison into people with these syringes, and you can program them, right? So if you can program the robot to, poison syringe the wrong person, that's pretty fucking scary, I think. And so did Michael Crichton. Obviously, he probably had nightmares about it all the time. So yeah, this is a pretty good movie to have watched. It might be a little bit slow in parts. It's got good practical effects. If you don't want to see some crappy, early CG robot that doesn't look very good, but you like the artistry of practical effects and puppets, and you like a little bit outdated sci-fi, and you like, your cops with big mustaches and cool future guns, and you like the nostalgia of seeing, somebody, a big rock star trying to act, and Kirsty Alley, who is in Cheers, and Mr. Baseball himself, Tom Selleck. If that kind of stuff interests you, and you like it all, the idea of killer robots, if you're a science fiction fan, if if you're a science fiction movie fan, which and let me get this straight with you here. Science fiction books can be like super heady. Science fiction movies, all you gotta do is just put some extra stuff around a gun and like put some jagged angles on a car and call an action movie science fiction, and that's what you get. Now this one has the bonus of being made by Michael Chricton, so it's not completely without some thought, but it's pretty much not that deep. All right, but it's pretty cool, and I recommend it if you're looking for something in that B plus A minus range. Just speaking on production quality at all, it might not even be that high in terms of like if you're rating it by stars or whatever. But if you want a movie that's not that bad, that's a little bit unique, and if this cover speaks to you, then I highly recommend seeing if you can find a copy of Runaway. I will keep this in my collection forever just to look at this sweet, sweet casing. Inside, you just get you get to take it out of the case and be reassured that, yes, you are going to watch that movie with that sweet stash and that sweet gun and that sweet futuristic line-filled background. And runtime of this movie is 100 minutes, so it's not incredibly long. And you're going to feel every one of those minutes. There's not going to be much of this movie that's like breezing by you or anything. But it's got a decent payoff. I recommend it. It's a movie from my past, and it's going to stay with me. Runaway, Tom Selleck, a Michael Chricton film. TriStar Pictures, directed by and written by Michael Chricton. Holy moly. Michael Chricton directed this movie. So if you're a Michael Chricton fan and you have not seen this movie, have not heard of this movie, go out there and get a copy of this movie. You could probably stream it. You could probably rent it from somewhere. Just, I recommend just finding a used copy for as cheap as possible or borrowing it or whatever. But if you want to drop some cash and give some money to YouTube or Amazon or whoever, that's your money and you're voting with your dollars, and I'm not going to tell you how to vote because your vote is your voice. And, Jerry Goldsmith did the music for me. The score is really important. I don't actually really know much about Jerry Goldsmith, but I can only imagine, he probably has some decent work. I don't know. I've got my composers who do the scores that I really like. He's not really on my radar. Maybe I should do a search and see if there's other movies I have and like with him, because I do think the music can really make a movie. But in this case, it's the mustache that makes the man, and it's the man that makes the movie, and it's the effects that make the movie. If you like little spider robots jabbing people with poison needles, and if you like soon to be, I don't even know if you can call them washed up, but soon to be irrelevant stars that remind you of good times in years past. And if you're a fan of Michael Chricton, this will just give you a fuller picture of his path on his way to pop culture relevance. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching my vlog as always, and I will see you next time.